Hey guys, what's going on? It's Whack-Ass, and today we're going to be talking about this TikToker named Postman. You guys may or may not know this guy as the guy that tried to pose the question of if you could have non-consensual relations with a fetus.
If you believe in abortion past the point of viability, can you grape that fetus? It does not have human rights or values, under your view, and you can kill it without it being murder. So can you grape it?
Overall, he's a weird guy that's been accused of doing a lot of weird shit, but today we aren't actually going to be talking about that. Today I wanted to talk about his recent videos where he discussed Joe Bartolozzi. I'm pretty sure most of you guys know who Joe Bartolozzi is. He's a pretty big content creator in his own right, and pretty recently him and his girlfriend broke up, and Postman here decided to basically accuse Joe Bart's ex of forcing him to be woke. There's so much to talk about in these videos, so I just wanted to, yap about it. But before we get into the actual video, please consider subscribing. If you like these videos, join my Discord and sub to my main channel. All the links are in the description down below. So with all that out the way, let's get into the actual content. So this is the initial video that he's basically getting clowned for because he decided to say this. Joe Bart after breaking up with his girlfriend and realizing he doesn't have to LARP wokeness anymore. I don't know where you got this perception that if Joe Bart wasn't dating a girl who was more left-leaning that he would be a right-leaning guy. The dude went to college for philosophy and is an atheist. I don't think that a girlfriend was going to be the reason why he would align himself more with woke values.
I'm getting a lot of flack for saying Joe Bart's girlfriend left him, and she may have been slightly influencing his political beliefs. I was kind of making that up, it was kind of tongue-in-cheek. But then I looked at her account, and boy oh boy, she's into it.
So let me get this straight. There's no concrete proof that Joe's girlfriend was pushing her beliefs onto him at all. The dude is a philosophy major and an atheist, so he's probably not a conservative, that's pretty apparent. Yet somehow him having liberal left-leaning values are because of his girlfriend. That's what did it. Not because he's atheist, not because of any of the other things that he has his own philosophical belief about the world. None of that. No, it's his girlfriend, because women cause everything.
Like, into it. She's an extreme feminist, and you guys mean to tell me that dating a girl like that, who if you even had the slightest tinge of a right-wing or conservative position, would lose her mind and probably try to ruin your life, that wouldn't affect you? You guys have never heard of pussy whipping? Come on.
I don't even know how one can come to this conclusion at all. So, because she's an extreme feminist, she was using her master manipulation technique, her vagina, to keep Joe on the woke pipeline. So, instead of just coming to the reasonable conclusion that Joe is just, left-leaning because he wants to, you decide to come up with this schizo conspiracy that Joe was secretly a right-wing atheist that was being pussy mind-controlled by a radical left-leaning feminist. Like, that's the genius conspiracy that you made. The fact that people can be so confidently stupid on the internet is ridiculous.
Apparently she realized she was bisexual while in a relationship with Joe as well, which is a whole other can of cucking worms.
How is that another can of quote cucking worms? For all we know, she opened TikTok or met some girl and realized that, oh damn, I might like women. Like, what? You're making so many assumptions about two people you don't know and will never meet.
Again, I'm not hating on Joe Bart. I don't hate Joe Bart. I don't think Joe Bart is stupid. But to sit here and tell me that his girlfriend didn't have any influence on his political beliefs is genuinely insane, because back in the day, I don't really remember him talking about philosophy or politics when he was just the in the hills guy and doing his early streams. That didn't start until around the time where his girlfriend became an extremely public figure and started publicly posting about politics. Again, I could be wrong, I'm not updated on the Joe Bart lore, but just look at her account, okay, and tell me if that didn't have any influence on what Joe Bart believes.
So instead of just not making a second video and just going on about your day, you decide to make assumptions about two people you don't know and decide to double down on saying that Joe's girlfriend was secretly a mastermind that was manipulating him and his own personal beliefs without any actual evidence, without any hardcore proof, just because that's how you personally feel. Once again, for some reason, people just feel so happy to be confidently wrong nowadays. You know nothing nothing about these two people outside of what they post on social media, yet you feel so confident in making the assertion that Joe's girlfriend was manipulating him because she's a feminist and she posts feminist stuff on her own personal account. It's not like she's going onto Joe's account and posting her own rhetoric. She does it on her own separate account. So because she has her own personal values and her own personal beliefs, therefore that means that Joe was being manipulated by her into pushing her left-leaning narrative onto his audience. Like, do you not understand how schizo you sound?
Just to clarify, it's not parasocial to comment on a public figure who had a public relationship.
But it is parasocial to make assumptions about said people and relationship that you know nothing about.
He is a very famous individual. I'm a much smaller public figure, but if I made my relationship very public, then I would have no reason to tell you guys not to comment on it. You don't get to post about your personal life and post with your girlfriend and not expect people to ask questions or come to conclusions. If I was saying, oh no, Joe, no, don't blame yourself, then that would probably be a little parasocial, but she does just not look like a good person for anybody, okay? I'm actually using Joe Bart as an example to teach people what kind of girls they shouldn't date long term.
Once again, you're just straight up jumping to conclusions about a person that you don't know. You're assuming because she's a feminist that she must be some evil, bad person that shouldn't be dated. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? You don't see how that could be considered parasocial, what you just said? You don't know her, yet you feel so confident in the fact that she's a bad person to be in a relationship with. You feel so confident that she was manipulating Joe Bart. You feel so confident in all these claims that you're making when you literally know none of these people. You're really weird, dude. But what else did I expect from the guy that literally posed the question of if you could have non-consensual sex with a fetus?